after midnight, and my goodness, I'm going to have to pay those bags overtime. One more time, and that's not good. So where is she? Oh my goodness, well thank goodness you're here. Let's find out. Remember what we did last year?
Yes.
Oh.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Thrice the brindle cat has mewed.
Thrice and once the hedgehog whined. Harpier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails go. Toad from under cold stone, day and night of 31, sweltered venom, sleepy rot. Boil them first in charmed hot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Day of fenny snake,
In the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt, toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blindworm sting, lizard's leg and howlet swing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell boil and bubble.
double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Skill of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy maw, boiled in gulf of the raven salt sea shark, root of hemlock, dig it in the dark, make the gruel thick and slab,
Add thereto a tiger's shoulder. For ingredients of our cauldron. Double,
boil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good. I am so tired of newts and frogs and dreary clothes. So, what do you think? You great.
I want to be pretty. So, I'm also thinking that I brought some things. You know, Glenda gets to wear a tiara all the time. She's a good witch. Well, we're kind of good witches, right? So what do you think, huh?
Very
New,
cute.
huh?
Very, and it's
The new-
waterproof.
It is, that's right. And I also have, we have this one. This is for, you know, the evening out, looking a little more sophisticated, huh? And I've got my final one. This has a little flashy red. I mean, hey, doesn't have to be all black, does it? No. What do you think, huh? So,
Well,
and I'm tired of the green makeup too. you know.
oh, well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But we can't get rid of the pointy hats too soon because they have a very old and illustrious history. In fact, the first pointed hats were discovered in an archaeological site in China on the Silk Road that are 4,000 or 5,000 years old.
Oh my
They were
goodness.
found on 3 very well preserved mummies, and they were felted hats, very pointed, and they really provided a model for years to come. And all the way until the 1700s in England, when many children's books were illustrated with witches with pointed hats. And Mother Goose had a pointed hat. She had magical powers, and they symbolized the dark arts, lots of sorcery and all that kind of stuff, and that has persisted until today. So I wouldn't mind getting rid of the pointed hats, but we can't get rid of them entirely because they really are a key to the whole tradition of witchery. So.
That's true. But what about the rest of the outfit? What about our new look? Huh?
Yes. Oh, I think that's great because there's so many new things in contemporary witchdom.
Yeah, witchdom. Oh, I like witchdom. Yeah.
So, shall we take a look at maybe a little bit of a history, how it's developed to today?
Okay.
Great. So, in the United States, in America, costumes have a really long, colorful history. And for example, in the 1900s, this was, as we can see, was a very traditional get-up. The pointed hat is there, and the woman's got a nice black cat, a real black cat, and she has a pumpkin. So already these traditions were well established in the 1900s. And then moving on to the 1910s, this group of ladies is really quite wonderful. They're wearing their pointed hats with little pumpkins on them. And their outfit looks like they've been cobbled together from table linens and table napkins. They're black, I guess. And they're all lined up and they look quite fetching. So that was the 1910s, still pretty conservative. In the 1930s, this is a velvet dress with flared sleeves, has patent leather heels paired with it. And it shows a trend toward fancier versions. Now we're getting a little more, a little more fancy in what we're going for. And this woman actually is not flying. She's actually sitting on a white block. So they were using the same kind of techniques we do today in our television. And then in the 1940s, well, as you can see, this was the era of the pinup girls after the war. And very revealing outfits, as you can see. And this is a magazine cover from one of those those popular pulp magazines. And this one's called Startling Stories, and as you can see, it's pretty startling. And she is not wearing much, and I think appeal to the masculine. The masculine taste and things.
The witch for every man.
A witch for every man, yeah. And then by the 1950s, the modern witch outfit was starting to take shape. This is a pun. Here is the actress Dusty Anderson. She's wearing a strapless version that completely bears, and one that bears her legs. So this was pretty revealing for the 50s, and quite striking. Then in the 1960s, there were many children's stories which appeared in the films. And many of the Mother Goose. This is a Mother Goose picture of Mother Goose, and Mother Goose was sort of the meanie in the picture. And this one is sort of complete in that it shows that she's still wearing her hair curlers, which I guess is the ever-present implement during the 1960s. I don't know whether you used to wear them. I know I did. They were horrible. So moving along here, in the 1970s. This was a set from the Sonny and Cher show. Now this was really quite marvelous, as you all can see. This took place in October '73, and they had these dancers wearing these snazzy outfits with pumpkins in very strategic parts of the body costumes. So unfortunately, the creative use of the pumpkins did not appear in the later renditions of these witch costumes. And then in the 1980s, dark lipstick was in vogue, as you can see in this group of teenagers and of women photographed at a Halloween event in Salem. And the obsession with the Gothic, I think, is reflected in their use of the Gothic makeup.
Yes.
And in the 1990s, over 12 million viewers turned in to see this Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Remember that TV show?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So that was really a peak in public popularity of the witch. So this is the actress Melissa Joan Hart, and she wore normal clothing during most of the show, but then she also took off on this wonderful witch kick. So we can see that there. And then in 2000, we had Kate Middleton, who attended a party, and this is a shot of her wearing her witch outfit in 07. Very, very nice. Yeah. And then the present day things are, people are going for everything. There's color and glamour outfits and all sorts of stuff. And we like to present maybe a little fashion show showing some of the greatest new styles.
Okay, well let me move these and let's get ready for our fashion show.
Our first model is Samantha, who is wearing a lovely black and scarlet gown. And she has a wonderful hood that adds a wonderful elegance and richness to the whole ensemble and gives her an air of mystery, which of course is very important for any witch. And the sleeves are very 12th century with long draping open cuffs. Flaring hems facilitate both walking and riding, which of course every witch needs to do. And holy mackerel, who is that? Oh, that must be Morgana. Oh, she's coming back from the dead, always at the wrong time, but I guess we'll just have to get used to her because this is her day. Anyway, Morgana is our morning Gothic chic model. As you can see, she's very chic and she's very morning. And note the subtle green complexion. This is a new foundation makeup, which has just been come onto the market.
I love it.
Wears very well. Adds to her air of mystery, which is very important for a witch. And her outfit is made from this very sympathetic cloth, which is flexible enough to accommodate today's retro styling. So that's very nice.
That is. And our next model is Sabrina. And isn't she lovely in her dress reminiscent of the Wizard of Oz? And look at the non-traditional use of green and that flirty flounce of taffeta and the gorgeous crisscross corseted bodice and the satin overskirt. It just completes the look, doesn't it? And that overskirt also accents as well as contrasts the whole ensemble. And thank you, Miss Sabrina. And next is Morticia. And talk about an updated, malevolent look. And Morticia goes from head to toe. And look at that headdress. Oh my goodness. With reminiscent of references to devil's horns. And look at those medieval style sleeves with the flames licking up like they're going to envelop her. And oh my goodness, while black is the dominant color, do notice the bright elements of the violet and cerise, which really emphasize her womanly attributes. Totally bewitching, Morticia. Totally bewitching.
Very nice. And next we have Savasana. Well, this is the witch about town. She is the cat's pajamas.
I love it.
She's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Her sporty bloomers are convenient for both broom and motorcycle.
That's right.
And note the coordinated platform heels and broom and hat. They're all perfectly matching. She is ready to walk, to ride at a moment's notice, and is totally put together. There's no need to fuss over those wide skirts. I mean, those bloomers are great.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you, Savasana.
And our final model is Glenda. And look at how traditional she looks, but in a benign, witchy way. And her outfit is just shows her ready to go to the store. Let's go to the PTA. Let's run some errands. And she can, because it's a downplayed look. And doesn't that ice creamy orange sickle color just shout out the season? Ooh, yum. And what fun for wearing this sunny patched but not overly sweet outfit. Thank you, Glenda, and all of our models. Let's talk about wands. There is just so many wands, as you can see, that there are ebony and there's wormwood and ironwood and so many different kinds. You can get your classic wand. There's also an apprentice wand if you're just starting, $19.95. So do check them out online. You can also go to your neighborhood witch and warlock store because they do have them, as well as the wizard conjuring stores. But there's the fantasy wands, and don't forget there's the solitaire. So depending on your mood, now if you're a conjurer, if you're a real witch or wizard, then you can go to the special section, and there you can get one of the conjurer wands, which are really fabulous.
And you have to be passworded to get into
You
that?
do. You have to be a witch or wizard extraordinaire to get one. And let me show you my wand. Is this lovely? And it works so well. It is holly, and it is embedded with dragon scales, and it is painted with unicorn tears, and on the top is a little bit of inlaid fairy dust and feathers. I just love it, and it works so well. And don't forget about your brooms now. You saw the one I rode in on, and that's really my old standby, and I do love her to death. But look at these new brooms. Now you can go back east, you can actually talk to the broom makers, and many of the witches who belong to Wiccans and covens, etc., do go to their specific broom maker and have them made of the specific kinds of straw. It needs to be harvested at midnight, it needs to be a full moon, and there are really some special things that need to be done for your broom. So make sure you look into who's making brooms nowadays.
So complicated. I had no idea.
Yes, I mean, we just used to use regular old brooms, but now, and even the wood that's on the handle of the broom. You know, so if you're going to play a game of Quidditch, or if you're going to be flying really fast or whatever, you need the right kind of broom.
And I think we ought to say something about familiars, who are a very important part of witchery, Wiccans, and all that kind of related stuff. Familiars can be almost anything. Ours happens to be a little gremlin type of character who follows us around and is a big help in all the witchery things that we do. They can be elves or gremlins or anything with a supernatural bent or talents. But they're also animals, and of course the most common one is the black cat. And the black cat is often chosen because the cat is very independent and smart, and has very good hearing, and it can be very useful to witches. So black cats are very popular. Dogs can be used because they're loyal and they're friendly, and they're very smart, intelligent, and they get things done. And there's some unusual ones. For example, snakes are very common. I'm not too fond of snakes, but because they shed their skins, they're valued for their transformational qualities. I think you didn't know that. And also salamanders and newts. We're very familiar with the newts. We had them for dinner on occasion. But newts are valued, and bats are also very used because they're very sharp hearing. And bats, of course, are pretty common at night, and they can see in the dark, and they don't see, they use their sonar. So they're very useful. Owls are well known because of their wisdom. They're very smart. They have great hearing and night vision, so they're very useful for witches. And almost anything. And if you're interested in developing a relationship with a familiar, would you just go out in nature and look around, and if you come across something, a being for which you feel an affinity, right away you know. I mean, this is no big mystery. You feel that bond instantly, and go develop that relationship, and as we have with our familiar, and it will sort of complete your ensemble. So you've got your hat, your outfit, your broom, your wand, your walking stick maybe, and you've got your familiar, and you will then be a complete witch.
Yes, and I think you've invited someone with her familiar.
Yes. So we welcome Janice Bumgarner and her, well, I won't give away who her familiar is, but we will meet them both. And I would like to welcome Janice Bumgarner, who is our very cherished founder of the Dog Club and president too, I think. Aren't you still president?
Yes, I'm still president.
She is still president. So, and she's going to talk a little bit about an upcoming event for all you all here in Lake Wildwood.
Hi there. That's not my familiar. There she is. This is my familiar, Gracie girl.
So tell us about the famous dog parade.
Well, this is our first annual dog parade, and we're just excited about it because it's fun. It's fun for us, and we hope it'll be fun for the people that come out and watch. We are meeting no later than 12:30 at the marina parking lot, and the parade will start at 1 o'clock. It's a short distance. We'll walk from the marina parking lot to close to the guard station there, turn around and come back.
That's not too far.
No,
So how many dogs will be participating?
we don't know. It'll be a magic
Could be
number.
hundreds.
And we'll have some great, great costumes. Because we're inviting actually not just dogs from our dog club, but everyone in our Lake Wildwood community. It's going to be fun. It's one of the fun things we can do here in Lake Wildwood.
And are you giving prizes for the best doggy costume?
Oh my, I don't know because I would hate to judge that.
Oh, yeah. Bad idea.
But we will have treats for the dogs.
Okay. Well, we hope to see you all there, and it's going to be a great event, and it won't rain.
No, it
Yeah.
won't rain.
We'll have fun, and we'll cheer the dogs on, and oh, if they're as cute as Gracie, it's going to be a great parade. Thank you for coming in.
Oh,
Thank
our
you,
pleasure. Gracie loved it too.
And now this.
And now I would like to introduce two great people from the Lake Wildwood Rec Committee who have been organizing the annual craft fair. And I know you've all been there before, and they've come to tell us all about it, and we hope you can come. And this is Linda Bailey and Terry Jo Frizzle.
I would like to invite you all to join us on November 5th and 6th for our 28th annual craft fair, holiday craft fair with lots of wonderful vendors. The dates are November 5th and 6th, and the time on Saturday, it opens at 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock, and on Sunday from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock. I would like to ask Terry Jo if she would just share with you a little bit about our crafters that will be part of the weekend. And Terry Jo is in charge of all the crafters, and so she's put together a really great format for you. So Terry Jo?
Hi everyone. This year we have 41 vendors, and 15 of those vendors are brand new. And we have things for sale like gourds, table runners, wooden pins, coasters, bird houses, pallet signs, cards, Christmas ornaments, jewelry, wreaths, tea towels, hats, neck warmers, scarves, quilts, wooden children's toys, knitted and crocheted items. I brought a few items today to show you. There's a table runner, some cards, and a fabric pumpkin. These are just a few of the items that will be for sale. And Linda has the menu that will be in the marina room of yummy treats for lunch and breakfast.
So we have a really great event planned for you, not only the shopping and the crafters, but also you can plan on having lunch at Jeannie's Cafe. We have our brand new Clubhouse Food and Beverage Director who is putting together the menu for us, and we will be serving things like the famous Clubhouse Russian mushroom soup. We'll be doing sandwich wraps, Chinese chicken salad, and of course we have a wonderful coffee and sweet bar where you can enjoy goodies all day long. We also have arranged to have shuttles, and we have shuttle elves that will help you get in from the parking lot if you have to park ways from the building, and they're happily helping you carry back your packages and your purchases. And I think that, Terry Jo, anything else that we need to share with the folks?
Not that I can think of. I think we're good.
Well, we hope to see you all in November. Thank you.
And now we're going to bid you adieu, because it's Halloween night and the witches are going to be riding high, and so are we, and we are going to say goodbye.